leading the way. This is Vermilion County's most watched student newscast with Emily Taylor, Gracie Thompson, Chief Forecaster Cooper McMullen, and Alyssa Vaughn Sports. This is WCAT TV News.
Good morning, Wildcat Nation. I'm Emily Taylor.
And I'm Gracie Thompson. It's Thursday, December 16th. We have breaking news to start off our broadcast today.
South Vermilion senior Kale Royer has been named the recipient of the 2022 Lilly Endowment Community Scholarship in Vermilion County. Each Lilly Scholarship provides for full tuition required fees and a special allocation of up to $900 per year for required books and required equipment for 4 years of undergraduate study on a full-time basis, leading to a bachelorate degree at an eligible Indiana public or private nonprofit college or university. Royer was chosen from a pool of very talented students from both North and South Vermilion. Each student nominated for this prestigious honor was very well deserved, but Royer stood out in each of the phases set forth by the committee. Congratulations, Kale, and to each of our applicants from South Vermilion, you all make us Wildcats proud.
Tuesday, December 21st will feature exams for periods 5, 6, and 7. There will be breaks in between tests, and you will end the semester with regular class periods for 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Idawine would like to make sure everyone understands students cannot leave until all final exams are completed for the day. Students who are exempting out of finals will be watching a movie in the auditorium after attendance is taken. Students are not allowed to go to the movie after completing their final.
It's getting closer, Wildcats. There are just 2 school days left until final exams. The final exam committee worked hard to come up with an exciting schedule this year. Final exams for periods 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be Monday, December 20th. Students will have an hour to complete each exam. There will be a 10-minute break between first and second period exams, as well as between third and second period exams. Lunch will follow your third period exam. Following lunch, your fourth period exam will be administered. Students will be in class the remainder of the day, 5th, 6th, and 7th periods.
For the 4th straight year, the South Vermilion football team has been recognized by Riley Children's Hospital for its effort in raising money to help families in need at the hospital. The PS We Love You Fund raised over $5,000 locally this year to be honored with the naming of a red wagon. The Riley Red Wagon represents the family-centered care provided at Riley Hospital for children. Red wagons help families navigate Riley Hospital and bring children smiles during what could be a stressful time statewide. Through the month of September, the campaign raised over $30,000. A license plate acknowledging SV's contribution will be attached to the back of a wagon, and the Wildcats received a duplicate copy of the plate. A big congratulations goes out to the SV football program led by Coach Barrett and our surrounding communities for supporting this cause.
The School Improvement Committee continues to put together what could possibly be the biggest and best career fair South Vermilion has ever seen. Be on the lookout today for a survey sent out by Mr. Magnuson. The committee wants your input on what should be featured at this year's career fair. Make sure to read over it carefully and choose which careers you would like to see featured this year.
This year, the Indiana High School Athletic Association will be celebrating along with the rest of the country the 50th anniversary of Title IX and the beginning of inclusion and opportunity for all. Title IX did not simply provide opportunity for young ladies, it opened the door to support all student athletes in all programs. It promoted intentional conversations with impressionable boys and girls with respect to inclusion and mutual respect for all within our communities.
For lunch today, spaghetti with meat sauce and chicken Alfredo. That's going to do it for the news, Wildcats. Let's send things over to Alyssa Vaughn, who has a look at our sports. How'd things go last night, Alyssa?
Well, Emily, there is no athletic contest on the schedule last night, so let's take a look at what's on the tab for tonight. Our boys freshman basketball team will host Fountain Central in the main gym starting at 6. Our wrestling Wildcats will host West Vigo in the Aux gym beginning at 6. And our Lady Wildcats team will travel to Marshall, Illinois beginning at 6:30. That's going to do it for your sports. Let's send it over to the McMullen brothers for their weekly report.
What's up, Groovy Cats, and welcome back to the McMullen Brother Music Report. I'm Cooper.
And I'm Spencer. Today we'll be taking a look at Morrison Hotel by The Doors.
This 1970 album was The Doors' 5th studio album and was very successful, selling over 4 million units and placing number 4 on the Billboard Top 200 of all time.
This album was a little different than the previous Doors albums. While the previous album, The Soft Parade, added elements of jazz to the normally psychedelic sound, this album focused instead on the blues.
Some fun facts about this album: the Doors were not actually given permission to take the iconic album cover. They had to wait for the manager to leave the room and go into the elevator. And that bright light right there is him coming back down. So that's pretty neat.
And the song Waiting for the Sun was originally supposed to be on their previous album with the same name. They could never quite get it right. When recording this album, though, they seemed to get it right.
Finally, the song Roadhouse Blues was actually inspired by a real bar Morrison went to a lot during his heavy drinking days, called the Topanga Corral. It was a popular bar in the counterculture enclave of Topanga Canyon, where Morrison lived in his bungalow.
Some notable tracks include Waiting for the Sun, Roadhouse Blues, and Peace Frog.
My favorite song on this album is Waiting for the Song.
And mine's Peace Frog. Thank you for joining us on this short musical journey. Be sure to join us next week when we take a look at Pyromania by Def Leppard.
Also, here's The Gatefold. It's awesome.
If you would like to suggest an album for us to review, please email us at AskMallen22. Now let's send things over to the weather.
Job's a joke.